Good morning. In this video, we will discuss about the expression for energy stored by capacitor. Let us try to understand what process we will follow while discussing the expression for energy stored by the capacitor. When a capacitor is connected to a battery, the process of charging of the capacitor begins. As soon as charge is being transferred to the plates of the capacitor, a potential difference is developed between the plates of the capacitor, which opposes the growth of charge on the plates of the capacitor. For example, if this plate has been transferred positive charge and we have to transfer say dq amount of positive charge again to these plates of the capacitor, then work has to be done. So the potential difference which gets established between the plates of the capacitor opposes the growth of the charge, and in order to further transfer the same amount of charge to the plates of the capacitor, more and more work has to be performed by the battery against this increasing potential difference. And this work which is performed by the battery in the process of charging of the capacitor gets stored between the plates of the capacitor in terms of its electric potential energy. Now let Q dash be the amount of charge present on its plate at any instant. Then what will be the potential difference between the plates at that instant? B is equal to Q by C. Now if dq dash of amount of charge, this is a very infinitesimally small amount of charge to be transferred to the plates. Why it is so small? So that we can consider the potential difference between the plates remains constant V. So work done in transferring this small amount of charge dq dash to the plates of the capacitor against a constant potential V, work has to be done, and this work will be performed by the battery. So how much work will be done? Work done is equal to charge into potential difference. Charge that is to be transferred is dq dash and potential difference between the plates is V. So in place of V, we can write Q dash by C, and this is dq dash. So this is the amount of work which is to be done in order to transfer dq dash amount of charge to the plates of the capacitor against a potential of V volts. So total work done in delivering charge Q to the capacitor plate is given as integration of dw from 0 to Q. Solving this, we get work done is equal to Q square by 2C. This work done is stored inside capacitor in the form of electric potential energy. So expression for energy stored in the capacitor will be Q square by 2C. Other form for expression of energy stored by the capacitor we can have using relation Q is equal to CV. In place of Q, put it, you will get half CV square. Q is equal to CV. In place of Q, put this value, you will get the expression U is equal to half CV square. Similarly, we can also get expression for energy stored by the capacitor as 1 by 2 Q into V, half into charge into potential difference between the plates of the capacitor. Now let us find out the energy density of the energy stored between the plates of the capacitor. For that, let us consider a parallel plate capacitor. So capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor is given as epsilon naught A by D, where A is the cross area of the plate and D is the separation between the plates of the capacitor. So we know the expression for energy stored is half CV square. In place of C, put the value of C, and we know that V is equal to E into D. Put this value. On solving, we will get half epsilon naught E square A into D. Here, A is the area of the plate and D is the separation between the plates. So volume between the plates of the capacitor will be A into D. So energy stored per unit volume will be U by volume. Put the values, you will get half epsilon naught E square. This is the expression for energy density, from which we come to know that the energy which is stored between the plates of the capacitor is stored in the form of electric field between the plates of the capacitor. Now, loss of energy on sharing charges by two capacitors. When two capacitors which are charged, when they are connected, then the energy which is lost after the two capacitors are connected, we have to find out that. So we have considered two capacitors C1 and C2. Their potentials are V1 and V2. So energy stored by the capacitor is half CV square. So half C1 V1 square. Energy stored by the second capacitor, half C2 V2 square. Total energy before the two capacitors are connected is half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square. When two capacitors are connected, then total charge Q will be the sum of the charges stored in the individual capacitors, that is Q1 plus Q2. In place of Q1 you can write C1 into V1. In place of Q2 you can write C2 into V2. Now when these two capacitors are connected in parallel, their equivalent capacitance will be C is equal to C1 plus C2. Now total energy stored after the two capacitors being connected, charge stored by the combination is Q and equivalent capacitance is C. Put the values, you will get the charge stored by the combination. Now take the difference. The value which we will get is a positive quantity. This shows that there is a loss of energy when two charged capacitors are connected together. And why this loss take place? When two capacitors are connected, then sharing of the charges between the plates of the two capacitors takes place till the potential of the two capacitors becomes the same, and in the process some electrical energy lost in the wires in the forms of heat energy while the flow of charge. So this is all about energy of capacitors. Now you must go through the example that is given in NCERT book 2.10 and do the exercise questions of lesson 2. With this, our second lesson comes to an end. Thank you for watching.